riding down the canyon to watch the sun go down, a picture that no artist could ever paint. White-faced cattle lowing on the mountainside, hear a coyote whining for its mate. Cactus plants are blooming, sagebrush everywhere, granite spires are standing all around. I tell you folks, it's heaven to be riding down the trail when the desert sun goes down. When evening chores are over at our ranch house on the plain, and I've got nothing to do but lay around, I saddle up my pony and ride off down the trail to watch the desert sun go down. Cactus plants are blooming, sagebrush everywhere, granite spires are standing all around. I tell you folks, it's heaven to be riding down the trail when the desert sun goes down. I tell you folks, it's heaven to be riding down the trail when the desert sun goes down. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and take to the sky. But till that day, there is nothing can harm you. With Mama and Daddy standing by. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton's so high. Your daddy's rich, and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Do-do-do-do-you-do-do. Do-do-do-do-you-do-do. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. I met Willie by the still, he was brewing a batch, he had a short cigar, and one last match he was talking about his latest trouble with the government. He had child support and alimony, he was looking mighty sad and kinda lonely, just trying to figure out where all his hard-earned money went. He said, I'll go to hell, I ain't got nothing but a Ford and a barn full of hay. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd be a lot better off today. Oh-de-lo, oh-de-lo, oh-de-lay. Well, I said, Willie, that sounds like a song. He said, girl, you know you may not be all wrong. Would you give me a little piece of the pie if you make it a hit? I got a 51 Ford I'd like to fix up. I got 2 sick ponies and 1 sick pup. And my third wife's coming today to take my TV set. He said, I'll go to hell, I ain't got nothing but a Ford and a barn full of hay. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd be a lot better off today. Oh-de-lo, oh-de-lo, oh-de-lay. Well, God bless dear old Willie McCann. He always was a good, hard-working man. He bought me a beer last night down at the Lost and Found. He said horses and women, they're fine, sure enough, but if you don't treat 'em right, things is gonna get rough. Believe me, I got these 4-year marriages down. He said, I'll go to hell, I ain't got nothing but a Ford and a barn full of hay. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd have a lot more money, less gray hair. I might even be a millionaire. If it weren't for horses and divorces, I'd be a lot better off today. Odelo, odelo, odelay, odelay.
Good evening. I'd like to welcome all of you to our North Coast Regional Land Trust 20th anniversary celebration. Obviously, COVID-19 has changed our plans that we normally have. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors that help us put this event on, and especially our special guests, and to those of you that have been longtime supporters of the Land Trust. One thing COVID-19 has reminded us how essential our region's working forests, ranches, dairy lands are to providing the food, fiber, shelter, and energy required for our own survival. The Land Trust tries to create that sweet spot between protecting our natural resources while allowing these lands to produce the income needed for our local economy. Your financial support helps us to maintain an effective staff to provide the knowledge needed for these landowners to make informed decisions. Your support allows us to seek the federal and state funds needed to create the conservation easements. It's my pleasure to introduce Dan Erzman, Executive Director of the North Coast Regional Land Trust. Dan?
Thank you, Lee, and welcome to all who are tuning in to this year's special Boots and Birkenstocks annual celebration. A year ago, I don't think anyone could have guessed that the North Coast Regional Land Trust would be celebrating our 20th anniversary amidst such a challenging year for so many. And yet, if we take a minute to reflect, it is times like these that help show how fortunate we really are as we support and are supported by one another, as we care for and are sustained by the land and waters around us, and as we work together with future generations in mind. And tonight, before we look forward, I want to touch on the Land Trust's beginning. Born out of a time of social and environmental conflict in this region, our Land Trust exists thanks to the efforts of a group of people who held differing perspectives, but were united with a common vision in mind: the conservation of Northwestern California's open spaces, our wild and working lands. It is that diversity in perspective and background and in worldview that gives us strength. And in working together, I believe this organization serves as a model for a better future. Since its founding, our Land Trust has worked with private landowners, agency partners, students, businesses, community members, so many of you, to conserve, as of this year, over 56,000 acres of vital forests, farms, wetlands, and range. Not only have you helped to keep landscapes intact, you've also made it possible to provide more opportunities for people, both young and wise, to connect with the world around us. At our ambassador property, Freshwater Farms Reserve, I'm heartened to see so many families enjoying the trail, helping in restoration workdays, and learning about this place we call home. Thanks to all who have supported the far-reaching habitat restoration projects, building rehabilitation, and landscape-scale conservation that will continue to support all of us in the years ahead. With all of that said, I want to turn the virtual stage over to Trenton and Macy Dunn, who we spoke with on the Diamond D Ranch about a month ago. The Land Trust most recently completed easement that forms a contiguous, privately conserved corridor of around 17,000 acres, along with the Chalk Mountain and Charles Mountain ranches. I want to say a special thanks to the Dunn family for their patience through this lengthy process and for their graciousness in hosting us on their beautiful ranch for a memorable day. So again, thank you all, and enjoy the rest of our program and our featured auction items coming up soon.
Diamond D Ranch is 2,900 acres. My great-grandfather purchased this ranch back in the early 1930s, and I've taken it over now. In 2011, I started managing it and running the ranch. I've grown up out here since forever. The ranch is, like, we've always ran cattle, logged the ranch as a family, had been hunting, everything along those lines that goes with it. I started working towards a conservation easement in 2015, so that way I could guarantee the ranch would stay how it is. Other properties that have now been subdivided, split up, beautiful ranches, and there's roads everywhere, there's buildings being popped up, I feel they're being destroyed from the way that they're supposed to be looked at and viewed. The way that, like, how I learned to manage the ranch and run the ranch, I learned from my father, and so forth and so on. He learned from his father and my great-grandfather, and it's just, that's the way that I've been taught to do everything. Like, how, like, our harvest plan here for timber every year is to never over-harvest it, always protect it, to manage it properly, just manage the land so that you can always have something to fall back on, always go back to it, never hinder it, destroy it, hurt it. It always stays the way how it looks before you get there. You return it back to its natural point.
Our kids love this place. It's not like we need a bunch of toys for them, or they just go out and they play in the creek. That's usually a daily thing. They go in the creek and that's hours of fun. It's just a retreat for our whole family now. We go out here and we enjoy it. You know, cell phones are down, internet's down. We can have all 4 seasons out here, which is awesome. So our kids love the snow. Our daughter, I think, has had every white Christmas of her life, so they love it, we love it. It's just a great place for us to be a family. Keeping this ranch how it is with the easement, it takes the burden off of them. The easement will sustain it, they have that, and so everything will be maintained. There'll be a plan for them, and they can leave that plan for their kids. And that's the important thing. It's given to them and they'll enjoy it forever.
Good evening. I'm Susan Miranda, the acting president for the North Coast Regional Land Trust Board of Directors. Thanks for joining us this evening to celebrate the Land Trust's 20th anniversary. We'd like to thank our top sponsors: Points West Surveying, American Ag Credit, Baldwin Bloomstrom, Wilkinson and Associates, Hubbard's German Auto, Humboldt Mendocino Redwood Company, the North Coast Co-op, and Pearson Building Center. Thank you. I'd also like to tell you a little bit about what you can expect to see during tonight's program. We are grateful to have Senator Mike McGuire here tonight as our guest auctioneer. Thank you, Senator, for making the time to be part of this year's event. We appreciate it. In addition to the auction, you'll see some great short movies and get to know one of the Land Trust founders, David McMurray, one of our project managers, Carly Jewell, and my longtime friend, Dina Moore, an advisor to the Land Trust and owner of Lone Star Ranch. So enjoy your evening, and thanks again for joining us.
Hey, well, good evening, everybody. How are you doing? This is Mike McGuire, State Senator, and I want to tell you, I am so thrilled to be with you at our annual Boots and Birkenstocks celebration. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sorry that we can't be with you in person tonight, but I got to tell you, we have one hell of a show celebrating our 20th anniversary tonight, and I got to say, we have to say thank you. Thank you to the North Coast Regional Land Trust. They have been making a huge difference here on the North Coast and all throughout Northern California with their conservation strategies to be able to protect the most wild spaces that we have in this beautiful area we call home. And we couldn't be more grateful that you are with us tonight to be able to celebrate this big 20-year anniversary. So let's talk about this auction that we have for you. We have 8 amazing lots with art and adventure, vacations. We have amazing bounty from the North Coast. You are going to love it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started, celebrating 20 years of the North Coast Regional Land Trust. What we want to do is start with auction lot number 1. Auction lot number 1, let's do this. This is what we call the bounty of the North Coast. You don't have 1, you don't have 2, but you have 3 items all in this first auction lot. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, in the bounty of the North Coast, this is what you're going to get for auction lot number 1. You're going to get 22 weeks of a CSA box from our good friends at Share Fork Community Farm. They're going to be giving you veggies and fruit next season for 22 weeks. That is simply amazing. We want to say thank you to Melanie and Kevin for their incredible generosity. The second thing that you're going to get in this bounty of the North Coast auction lot, you're going to get 35 pounds, not 30 pounds, 35 pounds of organic pasture-raised sausage from our friends at Alexander Family Farm in Crescent City. Thank you so much to the Alexanders. And if you want another, here's the third item that you're going to get in this first auction lot. 4.5 dozen organic eggs. Yes, from Alexander Kids in Crescent City. So you're gonna get 22 weeks of a CSA box. You're gonna get 35 pounds of organic pasture-raised sausage and 4.5 dozen organic eggs from Alexander Kids in Crescent City. Bid early, bid often, and help support the North Coast Regional Land Trust.
Lord, I went to church one day for to hear them shout and pray, for to hear the preacher preach the gospel proud. Preacher said I must repent, so right down the aisle I went. Keep your hand on the plow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's now move to auction lot number 2. We are now on auction lot number 2. And it is a getaway. And I got to tell you, after this pandemic, we all deserve a little time away from home. Am I right? And we're going to send you to 4 nights, in beautiful Newport, Oregon on the coast. This is truly spectacular. And I got to tell you, especially during a quarantine and a pandemic, you are going to want to send your family to Newport, Oregon. Here's how it's going to work. We're going to give you a luxury 2-bedroom condominium with this spectacular gas fireplace for 4 nights. 4 nights in beautiful Newport, Oregon. If you haven't been to Newport, you're gonna love it because here's the deal. There's hiking, there's shopping, award-winning dining. You got the Oregon Coast Aquarium in Newport, of course, tide pooling, and this spectacular old lighthouse that you and the family are gonna go wanna check out. Again, 4 nights, 2 bedrooms up in Newport, Oregon. And I got to tell you, the view from the balcony of this condominium, it looks out towards the lighthouse. It is absolutely spectacular. Help support the Land Trust. Bid early, bid often on auction lot number 2.
Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, all them prophets plow, Daddy, don't keep your hand on the plow. Hold on, hold on.
North Coast is pretty common language for something more than just the ocean or just the forest. It's a unique culture, a way of life. I was on a land trust board in southern Humboldt, and two of us, Rondell Snodgrass and I, he started thinking about a regional land trust, which we needed in this area because we have 7 or 8 land trusts, but they are small watershed land trusts. They don't cover whole areas. In our case, we have 3 counties that we represent, and any place in those 3 counties can approach us about the possibility of protection. And that's where it all started. One of the things we found we all had in common was a love for particular spots. And that was one of the things we did. We went around the table and I was blown away. Everybody had not just people they loved, but places they loved. There's a creek that runs through our property called Anderson Creek. And we'd go and dive into that pool, which was freezing. Oh my God. But that's the spot. That's the spot my mind goes to. I think we have all picked up that the land is the closest thing to God we'll ever know. In Hindu religion, there's a time where they call it going back to the forest, you know, and it's that time. I'm at that time in my life. When I look at this property we're on, this land captures the values that we talked about 20 years ago when this group first started. It has a balance between preserving and raising cattle, between doing research and a place to recreate. And those are the values. This is what community's about. This is what the future is about. And this is about 7 generations from now.
All inside began to shout, oh, the door was open and they walked down, and keep your hands on the plow when you ride home.
We're now moving on to auction lot number 3. Thank you again for joining us and for all of your support of the Land Trust. Auction lot number 3 is going to bring some bling to your backyard. We're all spending more time at home and more time eating our family meals in the backyard. Well, we want to help you bling out that backyard with this gorgeous, gorgeous premium heart redwood table from our good friends at Almquist Lumber. Eric, we love you. Thank you so much for this amazing donation. You all are going to want this table that Eric Almquist personally milled at Almquist Lumber. It is a gorgeous 6-foot heart redwood table. He stained it with mahogany oil, and it is going to bring beauty and comfort to your backyard for years to come. If you can't pick it up, Eric is going to deliver it. If you live anywhere in central Humboldt, well, Almquist Lumber, they're going to deliver it to you, and you're going to be able to love this table again for years to come. Bid early, bid often on this beautiful 6-foot redwood table from Almquist Lumber.
I am a
We're moving, we're grooving, and we are having a great time with this North Coast Regional Land Trust auction. This is auction lot number 4, and it is a beautiful oil painting by Jim McVicker. Jim has really outdone himself. It's dubbed Lolita Ranch. You all know Jim. He's a renowned artist who is known throughout the West. And this recent painting of Jim's was painted along Quinn Road in Lolita. It's looking south towards the Eel River Valley and Ferndale. It truly captures the essence of Humboldt County's agricultural lands with that coastal influence. This would look perfect in your office. It would look spectacular in your home. It's 9 by 12. Again, oil painting by Jim McVicker. Bid early, bid often. Help support the great work of the Land Trust by bidding on auction lot number 4.
When I think sometimes about this mainstream narrative of nature being like somewhere you drive to that is 2 hours away, you need a day pass, you need to have your food and your lunch pack. What's unique here, if it's a 10-minute drive from someone's house, they could bike here. And it's a natural space that is not devoid of people, and it's a natural space that's not devoid of practices that support our community. But it is wild. That blend of having so many things happening here is what makes it unique to me. Sometimes you have these aha moments with students or youth out here at Freshwater Farms that just like drive home the importance of this place and kind of the mission of the Land Trust. And there was this really young girl. She has her big life jacket on and she's like peering over the edge and she's pointing and she's like, pesca, pesca. She's like, fish, like here, aquí, aquí. Being able to provide opportunities for that kind of exploration and curiosity is really meaningful. I also oversee our community conservation programs, getting folks out on the land to either engage in like stewardship work, like invasive plant pulling or interpretive walks. When you're with others and you're like sharing an experience outdoors together and you're looking at the cows or just like having a laugh, I think that those are the moments when I'm outside that I really am connecting to the land, but connecting to people too, which is so important.
Right in your place. You go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Let's see. We know
this song. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Oh, and that's a fact. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Oh, I ain't never coming back.
If I
what they don't know how. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Oh, turn a loose in my coat. Honey, I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, those heroes.
Oh, that's right.
When they'll laugh at you in Jackson, and I'll be dancing on a pony cake. They'll lead you around like a scalded hound with your tail between your legs. Go on to Jackson, you big talking man. I'll be waiting in Jackson behind my J-Band band.
Oh, Jeremy, let's hear a little bit of something now. Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper's crown. Well, we've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Oh, and that's a fact. Oh, I'm going to Jackson, and I ain't never coming back. Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper's sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
I'm going to Jackson.
Oh, and that's a fact. Oh, I'm going to Jackson, and I ain't never coming back.
Auction lot number 5 is just wow. That's right. Wow. You are going to love this auction lot. This is a truly one-of-a-kind deer hunt on Diamond D Ranch. It's for a full weekend, and this is why I say just wow. Diamond D Ranch is the most recent successful conservation project by the Land Trust. This is going to be for a full weekend. The Diamond D Ranch is located in southern Humboldt. It's about 3,000 acres. It's privately owned by Trenton Dunn. Trenton is going to be your hunting guide for the weekend to be able to go hunt black-tailed deer. This land, it is really special. It's full of conifer forests and oak woodlands and rolling grasslands, and it is the ideal habitat for black-tailed deer. So again, you get to go do a one-of-a-kind black-tailed deer hunt on Diamond D Ranch with the landowner, Trenton Dunn, who knows this ranch like the back of his hand. He is going to be your guide for the weekend. Your lodging is included. All of the amazing meals are included. And guess what? The North Coast Regional Land Trust, they're going to include the adult beverages, some brew, some wine. You are going to love this weekend. You can also bring one additional person with you who won't be hunting for the weekend, but you will enjoy this catch of a lifetime to be able to go hunt a black-tailed deer on Diamond D Ranch, spectacular property in southern Humboldt. Bid early, bid often. This is auction lot number 5.
I'll soon be free of earthly trials. My body rests in the old churchyard.
Birkenstocks. We hope that you're having a fantastic time at this 20th anniversary event of the Land Trust. Thanks again for joining us. Let's get to auction lot number 6. And I got to tell you, the man, the myth, the legend, Raleigh Lamberson, he has really outdone himself with auction lot number 6. All right, it's confession time. It's okay. All of us are drinking a little more than we used to. And this is why Raleigh has designed this beautiful new wine cabinet for you and your family to be able to enjoy for generations to come. This beautiful wine cabinet was hand designed by Land Trust advisor. We all know him and love him, Raleigh Lamberson. It is made with cherry wood. It has some accents with maple wood. It will hold 16 bottles of vino. It will hold 8 glasses of wine, and it has some accessory drawers for your corkscrews and any other items that you may need to be able to enjoy that award-winning wine in this beautiful, brand new, handmade wine cabinet by Raleigh Lamberson. When you support the Land Trust, you're supporting conservation throughout the North Coast. Bid early, bid often. This is auction lot number 6.
I'm going on the Jordan. I am just going. I'm going over home.
I started working with the North Coast Regional Land Trust because of shared values. You know, for me, the working land is embodied in sort of the feel and the smell of the seasons, and yet it's also a way of life. For me, in this part of Northern California, I'm talking about a landscape that has natural resources that we are able to harvest. The best way that we can do it is to steward that land. On the North Coast for many, many years, there's been a lot of emotion wrapped up in resources and how we talk about our resources. Those of us who live on working lands really need to work within our communities and work with diverse groups and be able to sort of share what we're doing, because it's hard and it's costly. So we need a variety of partners to be able to help us do that, and the Land Trust is a really natural partner. What we really see are fragmented landscapes from grows. How are we going to mitigate those? How are we going to clean those up? So again, I think that the Land Trust plays a key role there too. When we get here to this point, we'll be able to see the Iquay. I think that succession has always been a challenge for ranches and farms. How is it that if I've got children that I can equitably, deal with the next generation? Having the resources from a conservation easement allows me to do that. And so I think that the Land Trust is a key connector and a key partner to bridge those gaps and cross those boundaries in a way that leads to healthier outcomes. Holding the trust of the past generation and holding it in trust for the future generations. And that's what a land trust does.
I'm Peter German, and I really wish that I could share the annual celebration with you, but instead here we are out of Freshwater Farms. We got cows here now, and in the wintertime there will be fish here. So that's just the kind of the way that this whole land trust experience works, that we can have a lot of different elements all mixed together. So this year, Claudia and I are making a significant donation to the Land Trust. And the reason we're doing it, this is an investment, and not just for today, not just for this year. This is an investment for my grandkids and my great-grandkids and kids I don't even know. Your kids too. Open space, and we all know from growing up where open space used to be and it's not anymore. It gets filled up. The economic pressure that is on open space is real. And the land trust concept really helps to keep people and pieces of land intact. That means all the critters that depend on the whole system are healthier because that land is held intact in a large piece. So I'm making this contribution, and I want you to do the same thing. I really want you to help keep this and look forward for years to come. Thanks for helping out. We really appreciate it.
You guys ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, they stood prepared as you took the chair. There was no need to satisfy you. Well, I'll be damned, though I held your hand.
All right, we are now on to auction lot number 7, our second to last auction lot. Auction lot number 7, and this auction lot comes to us from our friends at Deep Seated Farm in Arcata. So I want to tell you the skinny about this CSA Farm Fresh box that we want to give you for 36 weeks. This year, Deep Seated Farm sold out. Yes, they sold out of this exact CSA Farm Fresh box that we want to give you. They sold out this year because of the pandemic. We want to give you this CSA Farm Fresh box for 2021, but they already have a waiting list. You bid on this lot, you are going to be put at the front of the line, and they are going to guarantee you a Farm Fresh box every week, full of veggies, full of fresh cut flowers, full of fruit for 36 weeks. That's right. You are going to enjoy the lush crops of spring, the sweetness of summer, and of course, the hardiness of the fall harvest. You will not be able to get this box anywhere else but right here tonight, supporting the Land Trust. This is our second to last lot, auction lot number 7. It is a 36-week CSA Farm Fresh box from our friends at Deep Seated Farm. Bid early, bid often, and help support the Land Trust with auction lot number 7. This is our last auction lot of the night. Last auction lot of the night. This is item number 8, and we want to send you and your family to one of the most gorgeous spots in the entire Golden State, and that is the Lower Smith River in beautiful Del Norte County. Here's how this is going to work. We're going to give you exclusive access to this beautiful campground. You can either hook up your RV or pitch a tent, whatever you would like. You have plenty of room to roam. This auction lot comes with exclusive access to the legendary Bailey Hole. It's known for one of the best fishing spots in Northern California. It's renowned for steelhead fishing and world-class salmon fishing. This is simply a great way to escape onto the land, have some social distancing with your family, all away from home. Again, you're gonna love this. You can hook up your RV, you can pitch a tent, you got exclusive access to one of the best fishing spots in the entire North Coast. Bid early, bid often. Let's go big and then go home. We got this 20th anniversary land trust auction on auction lot number 8. Let's do this.
We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Oh, and that's a fact. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Oh, I ain't never coming back.
Thank you all for coming out and watching us tonight. I want to thank Senator Mike McGuire for his selling of our virtual auction, and we hope you all enjoyed that, and we hope you had a good time this evening. We'll see you in a year.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us here tonight and for all of your support throughout the years. Special thanks to Senator Mike McGuire, this year's sponsors, and everyone else who made this virtual celebration possible. Here's to another 20 years of conservation in Northwestern California.
One, two, three. Well, they stood prepared as you took the chair. There was no need of satisfaction.